One of the biggest problems of any movie is brutality. See, brutality works not only in a sense of visualizing conflict, but visualizing vulnerability. Vulnerability that lets the viewer into a character's pain, into a character's struggle. See, when there's pain on the outside, there's pain on the inside. It may be simple, but it's very effective. I think this can be seen in the Bond franchise for the easiest example to explain. Went from campy judo chops to very focused choreography and mid-shots and real shaky cameras to really analyze the emotional toll being a spy takes. But the argument of brutality is perfectly contextualized in, well, the argument. Marvel vs. DC. I am Harrison Cordell, and this is a lesson in vulnerability and attachment. Now, I know what you think. Another Marvel vs. DC argument by some nerd who likes the movies without reading any Marvel, or some loser who can't handle dark and gritty and real like DC. First of all, the proper term is geek. I don't know anything important. Second off, this isn't a better or worse argument. It's just one of DC's constant, and I mean constant failures, is the strongest talent of Marvel in nearly a majority of its media. Relatability. The most important job of a film is to relate to the audience, and it's most important in these big superhero blockbusters. Because if the people aren't into the characters, they're not into the world and what's going on. And this is something DC just doesn't get flat out. They have no idea, because they know that we already do like other versions of the characters, but not these ones. Vulnerability is relatability. It is not only the stakes that are shown, but the inner conflicts of a character externalized. It is one of the easiest of ways to make an audience care. The best illustration of contrast with this concept lies in Captain America: The Winter Soldier and Wonder Woman. Both great films in their own regards, but once again, brutality is just lacking. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a brutal film. Definitely the most brutal film in the MCU, at least. Now, it's not the most violent by any stretch, but it is the most brutal. This can be seen in the climax of Winter Soldier, when a hurt Captain America saves Bucky, and then decides to surrender and to put his trust in his best friend that he lost. And Bucky retaliates. It is the most brutal scene, I think, of our time in cinema. It's hard to watch. Captain America is battered and bloody. His face is completely swollen.
Because I'm with you to the end of the line.
This is a great way to represent the conflict, and an even better way to lead into Sebastian Stan's masterful expression of true confliction. While Wonder Woman, on the other hand, is sure another fight with a big gray guy in smoke and lightning, but the real problem with that fight is that she's spotless. The whole fight just shows us a sad face and yelling, which is how all of the DC films show pain and strife. Just real upset faces with no physical damage at all, somehow, at all. I mean, they all fight a sharp gray guy that shoots lightning. All this does is make the audience think that the stakes for the scene is that they'll get more / less sad, instead of, dying. And then when a character does die, the only time you saw him get hurt was one cut on the cheek that just disappeared the next scene. God, DC is just so bad at this.
This is my world.
No, Clark, don't.
DC is atrocious at this time and time again, while Marvel is masterful with it. I care about Marvel because I care about the characters. Marvel has always had the belief that characters come before anything else, and that's true. If you don't care about the characters, you don't care about the story. And if you don't care about the story, you don't care about the movie. So yeah, Marvel is better than DC, if that's what you want to hear. I care about Marvel because I care about the characters. That's it. That's how simple it is. And DC just can't get us to care, no matter what they do. Though it's probably easier to have better source material. Once again, I've been Harrison Cordell, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.